I'm Trey Roeder, president of Roeder Consulting. We're here at a meeting of the Private Directors Association in downtown Denver. As you can see behind me, we have a group gathering of CEOs, business leaders, and business board members. And today we're going to talk about strategy execution. This is a relatively new conversation for board members. Many folks have been serving on boards for a lot of years, feel like it's management's job to do the strategy execution. But what we'll talk about tonight is that it's also the role of a member of the board of directors. When we talk about strategy execution, there's three things that we're likely to hear. The first is people. Successful strategy execution always has to do with managing people, understanding where they're at, and helping them get through the changes.
Project management is the planning, organizing, controlling, and allocating resources, putting a team together to get things done. I wanted to start with a product development committee. I knew I needed cross-functional support. I needed network, I needed customer service, I needed billing. I needed all the folks inside the organization, but what I didn't realize up front is that I need some external folks.
Second thing we'll hear about is experience. The research shows that the more experienced you are at implementing strategy, the more likely you are to be successful. So we encourage organizations, as they're focused on strategy execution, to make sure they have experienced people leading the effort. The third thing that we'll hear about tonight is that no two strategy implementations are the same. You need to tailor the strategy to the organization.
We kind of start out with organic growth, and then you've got some maybe acquisitions, or you're going to introduce some different kinds of products, or you might move into a different line of business or whatever, and then a transformational kind of idea. Project management is a component of execution, obviously, certainly for me, but it's so much more than that.
The leadership team has an important role still today in strategy execution, but not the only role. It's also important for board members to be aware of the key strategic initiatives that the organizations they work for are endeavoring to implement, and also for board members to track and manage those initiatives.
An absolute focus on execution of that strategy. And if you look at the duty of care requirements that are drilled into all of us, directors need to make well-reasoned, well-researched decisions for the shareholders of company and their other constituents. If you aren't reasoning and researching progress on strategic efforts, I think you're not doing your job.
As members of boards, we use the saying, noses in, fingers out. And that's particularly relevant for strategy implementation, because we want to make sure that board members are paying attention to the top strategic initiatives at their organization as part of their responsibility, but also that they aren't actively managing those initiatives, because that is a job that we like to see management doing.